Buying a home is thrilling, sometimes scary, but fun and never dull. You're going to be making one of the largest investments of your life, so you are bound to have a lot of questions through every step of the process.
And that's why with us today is Blake Facing. He's a real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties. He's going to talk about the 3 most common questions that buyers ask, and of course, he's going to provide the answers. Great to have you here, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And I got to presume one of the first questions everyone's like, okay, how much do I need for a down payment?
Yep. Well, that depends on what kind of loan program you're going with. There's basically 4 kinds. You have conventional, FHA, VA, and USDA. Conventional is typically about 3% down. FHA requires 3.5%. And then USDA and VA, you don't have to put any money down. It's 0%, but that does come with a 2 to 3% funding fee, which is one of those closing costs. So, you know, when you're working on the purchase agreement, just make sure you try to get as much of those seller contributions as you can, kind of keep more money in your pocket. And then whenever you put less than 20% down on a home, you're typically going to have to pay mortgage insurance, so just keep that in mind.
So what are the current interest rates at right now?
Yeah, so on a national level for conventional loans, it's about 4% right now. It's a little cheaper in town. It's about 3.75%. Let's see, and then for your government loans, your FHA, your VA, your USDA, they're about 3.5% both nationally and locally. And then they do fluctuate on a daily basis. And then if you look at my graph here, you know, everybody's talking about rising interest rates and all that. They've raised rates about 4 times since 2016. But if you look here, we're still relatively cheap. It's still a great time to buy a home.
Yeah.
And if you look back in the 1980s, they're paying as much as 20% for a mortgage. So we got it pretty good these days.
That's
Holy
crazy.
buckets.
Also, I know that sometimes there's some special, like, first-time homebuyer programs. What are those?
Absolutely, there's quite a few. So North Dakota offers a program. They'll provide up to 3% down payment and closing cost assistance. And you pay that back in the form of an extra quarter point on your interest rate. Minnesota will provide up to $12,000, and that's just repaid as a loan.
Nice.
Both Minnesota and North Dakota have grant programs, so just check with your lender when you're getting pre-qualified. Ask if you qualify for those. And then banks have deals as well. Currently, there's a bank in town. If you have a qualifying first mortgage with them, they will refinance up to $50,000 in student loan debt at an interest rate as low as 1.75%. So it's a really good deal, something to take advantage of. And if you'd like more information about that, you're just going to have to call me and find out.
I was going to say, obviously, as we had mentioned, it's supposed to be a really fun and thrilling time, but there's a lot of information that comes with it. So how can people reach out for you to get your help? Yeah,
I prefer if you just give me a call. My number is 218-329-1095. And then my email address is blake@bhhspreproperties.com.
Perfect.
Good stuff, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, stay with us. Much more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.